E-content on the topic origin and significance of play. If play is advantageous, do not all mammals play? Ewer, 1968, asks why, if play is advantageous, do not all mammals play? She points out three constraints. First, the need for quick-oriented movements in normal behavior. Second, there needs to be a period of protected childhood during which the use of behavior patterns in their appropriate earnest situation does not yet arise. Third, the capacity for relatively rapid learning is needed. Play in the typical mammalian way is, at best, rare or very subtle in reptiles, a subtlety that is incompatible with most characterizations of locomotor, object, or social play. Fagan, 1976, predicts that crocodilians, because of their parental care, should play. Also, baronid lizards because of their high metabolic rate relative to other reptiles. Many reptiles are large, long-lived, and have slow development, three characteristics often associated with mammalian play. Also, mammals as a group, or even just the playful ones, do not appear to possess any learning ability alien to all reptiles. Crocodilians do have a rather long period of parental care, even the minimum estimates are longer than the life expectancies of many playful mammals. They have never, however, been reported to engage in social play. Iguanas, also large and long-lived, engage as juveniles in many social behaviors, some quite sophisticated, but play has never been observed. There is one report of object play in one alligator and many reptiles do explore. I also briefly reported possible slow-motion maneuvers in neonate chameleons that could be viewed as social play. It is also true that our perceptual limitations and anthropomorphism may be blinding us. Play and curiosity. Most recent play specialists in ethology and sociobiology do not seriously consider the relationship of play to exploration and curiosity. But many earlier writers did so explicitly, as do those interested in psychological issues. Meyer-Holzapfel, for instance, states that exploratory behavior may be a precursor of play as appetitive behavior. There seems to be two reasons for the current reluctance of play researchers, rather than theorists, to associate play and exploration. First, exploration is linked clearly to information gathering, whereas play, by definition, has no such immediate function. Second, in animals that are very playful such as kittens and children, exploration has been shown to precede play and to be more representative of novel rather than familiar situations. But if this distinction is so clear, why have so many theorists linked exploration and play? One reason is that without careful experimental work the distinction is difficult to make and is often arbitrary. Another reason is that everyone assumes that animals must learn and improve at least some abilities through play. For Hutt, 1966, and West, 1977, exploration involves learning about stimuli, play involves learning about responses and movement coordination. Thus, play is, in spite of its definition, functionally akin to exploration. In contrast to play, curiosity and exploration certainly do occur in vertebrates other than mammals and birds. For example, tongue flicking in snakes is a well-studied chemosensory investigatory behavior. Newly hatched green iguanas, iguana, orient and explore, and they even seem curious. A group of hatchlings no more than 3 days old once walked up to and all over my open camera case, tongue-touching it repeatedly, while I quietly filmed them. In short, while reptiles may not engage in play as typically recognized in mammals, they certainly do engage in exploration, investigation, and even curiosity. Any play that we do see in reptiles will most likely combine such investigatory behavior with serious precocial activities such as food recognition, and thus be very difficult to identify. Evolutionary explanations and armchair, computer, theory. the only apparent attempt to detail specific reasons as to why only homoiotherms play has been briefly presented by Fagan. Poikilotherms have lower metabolic requirements than homoiotherms. He asserts that homoiotherms eat a greater variety of foodstuffs than poikilotherms, eat more volume, and spend more time foraging for it. Homoiotherms thus will spend more time and energy on less desirable food items, and hence there will be greater selective pressure for increased physical capacity in homoiotherms than in like-sized poikilotherms, and, consequently, they will evidence stronger tendencies to play. If poikilotherms are more selected, hence opportunistic, should not exploration and foraging be enhanced? Fagan's argument also ignores the continuum in reptile foraging from sit and wait to active searching. Thus, there are alternative explanations, and I deem Fagan's food hypothesis unlikely. This view predicts that metabolic rate should be correlated with prey diversity, not prey type. McNabb, 1980, in fact found basal metabolic rate to be correlated with diet, folivore, frugivore, insectivore, etc. Are there correlations in mammals among the types and frequency of play, degrees of dietary diversity, foraging requirements, predatory risks, habitat type, and social organization? But for now, there are too few data, although carnivores and primates, omnivores, are usually considered most socially playful, and ungulates, herbivores, seem to engage in much locomotor play. Spencer and surplus energy. The earliest serious theory of play was the surplus energy theory, most effectively championed by Herbert Spencer, although Greuze credits Schiller, the playwright, with priority. According to Spencer, animal play is the forerunner to aesthetics and art, which, like them, does not subserve, in any direct way, the processes conducive to life. However, immediate gratification and maintained or increased ability due to exercise are involved. Note that he lists both a proximate explanation, pleasure, and a function, exercise. Inferior kinds of animals have in common the trait that all their forces are expended in fulfilling functions essential to the maintenance of life. They are unceasingly occupied in searching for food, in escaping from enemies, in forming places of shelter, and in making preparations for progeny. But as we ascend to animals of high types having faculties more efficient and more numerous, we begin to find that time and strength are not wholly absorbed in providing for immediate needs. Play is the tendency to superfluous and useless exercise of faculties that have been quiescent, or period of inactivity. Thank you.